Hey everyone, welcome to Nicole's Needlework. Today is Friday, May 24th, and it's right around 1:15 p.m. I got off work early today, so I thought I would do a quick video. I know I said I was going to wait a couple weeks, but there is a special reason why I decided to do this video early. Susan from Poppies sent me something to give away to you guys, so I will show that at the end. First, I'll show what I've been working on. So I am still doing my Stitch Mania. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm ready to get back to my normal stitching, my samplers, and it was fun at first, and now I'm kind of like, okay, I'm ready to move on. But I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it till the end. I just have a few more projects left. So my Tiny Decisions app picked where is it? Nope. So my Tiny Decisions app picked this. And this is the Lily of the Valley from And Blossom as the Rose book. So I started stitching it and I think there's an error. So this green right here, the pattern says to use Schneckly, which is a golden brown color. That is definitely more of an olive green. So I was thinking of ripping it out and using the green color I had. And then I was looking at my linen and realized I really have enough linen to do the bigger sampler. Show a better picture of it. I love this sampler. So I changed my mind and I decided to do the bigger sampler. And that's all I have. Just worked on the border. And that's Schneckly. Weeks Dye Works. Looks nothing like an olive green color. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I started looking at my family tree on Ancestry, because her family, this Alma's family, this is her family sampler, were Quakers. My ancestors were not Quakers, they were Free Methodists, which is kind of like Quaker. I don't know too much about it, but they couldn't cut their hair. They had to keep their elbows covered. They just had certain rules. They were very strict. And so their last name, they were from Pennsylvania, so they were Pennsylvania Dutch. They came from Germany. And their last name is Roof. And so this would be my great grandfather. His name was George Washington Roof. And they called him Wash, or Uncle Wash. So it was kind of interesting. They had a lot of information about him online, and his wife's name is Barbara Ellen Stuchel, or Stuchel. It's just very fascinating to me. And they just lived in the middle of Pennsylvania, in like the farm towns. So yeah, so I'm thinking of doing them as the main people, George and Barbara here, and then putting like their children, my grandma, so my mom's grandmother, who she loved so much, putting her and her sisters and maybe mother and dad or something. So that's what I was thinking of doing it. And George Washington was born in 1827 in Somerset, Pennsylvania. And so I don't know where that is. I guess I need to do more research. But So anyway, so it's interesting. It's just so interesting to go back and see the history. So that's what I was thinking of doing for this. And then let's see. So that was my 10th start, and that is 32 count. This is 32 count legacy, and I'm just doing it 1/2. And I'm going to use all the called for threads. I was originally going to use this green, which is not the called for thread, but I ended up just going ahead and placing an order for, it's called Load In Weeks Dye Works. I went ahead and got that and some more Schneckly, because that's all I have left. For that. So start, let's see, that's start number 10. Start number 11 is, or was, Bird's Eye View by Kathy Barrick. And I got a teeny tiny little start on this. It's really much smaller than it looks in the picture. So that's all I have done, this little house. And this is 40 count Parisian Taupe by Silk Weaver. And I'm using all the called for needlepoint silks. And I found a new show on Acorn. I can get Acorn free through my library, which is kind of nice. So there's an app, and your library might offer this too, called RB Digital. It used to be like One Click Digital. And so through the app, I can get Acorn, looks like that. I can get Acorn TV free, along with audiobooks. Magazines. You can get magazines through there too. But it's kind of neat. So I started watching Hidden. I guess it was a BBC, but it takes place in Wales, and it's really good. So I watched, and before that I watched Blood, which is also on Acorn, and that was really good too. So highly recommend Blood and Hidden on Acorn TV, hard to see, but you can go through the app, sign up for it through there. Okay. So 12th start was from this book, The Bells on Christmas Day, and I am doing this little needle book here called Wild and Sweet. Too much on my lap. And I'm doing all the called for threads and linen. And that's 36 count Oaken and Weeks Dye Works. So that's going to be a sweet little needle book. And I did get a little more done on my Summer in Bloom. I'm not very organized here. Drum pinky. I really don't have much more to go on this. I just have to do, there's like some little stitches kind of scattered, kind of confetti, and then another butterfly. And I'll be done with that. And then I need to decide, am I sending this to be finished, or am I going to be brave? I feel like I don't know. I have a real issue with finishing. And I don't know, it's like people say, how do you have the patience to stitch? Well, I don't know, I love it. I just do. I find the time to stitch. I have patience for it. But for finishing, I just don't. I'm not a sewer. I'm not an artist. Like, for me, that's more the artistic side of stitching is the finishing. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. I don't know. It's more technical. It's more freeform. I'm more follow a pattern to a T. Sometimes change the colors. But I don't vary from the pattern often. I don't, like, my brain is more left brain, I guess. I don't know. I just, finishing, like, gives me anxiety. So this may get sent, Faye. I know you're busy right now, but, you know, it'd be no hurry. So we'll talk. But, so, we'll see. So that's Summer in Bloom, and I'm using all the called for threads, except for that toffee, which I switched to this DMC that it called for, or that was substituted for. So the other thing I've been working on quite a bit is my Cosmic Girl shawl. Whoops, I'm just throwing stuff. And I'm right in the middle of the row, unfortunately. But I'm loving this. So I'm working on the lace now. And this is a feather and fan lace pattern. So it's really pretty. Really, really pretty. And I'm using hedgehog fibers in, this is Skinny Singles, in graphite and cheeky. So it's got pink and black speckles. Loving it. Having a lot of fun with this. And I worked on my sock a little bit more, not much. I'm almost to the heel. And I think I'm gonna do a fish lips kiss heel on this. Loving this. And these are my US 5s, 3.75 millimeter Chow Goose. Okay, so I think that's it. So now it's time for the giveaway. So this is a kit, and you get the complete kit, everything in it. It's got a cute little especially for, and I'll write the winner's name in there. And it's packaged so cute. I'll repackage it because I looked at it. A sweet little note from Susan. And it's wrapped in this pretty fabric. And it is Needle Stance. And you can do it in the blue or the light. And this is a collaboration with Summer House Stitch Works, Ink Circles, and Hands-On Design. So you get the chart, you get the blue fabric, and this is 32 count Blue Moon linen from Wishel. And then you get the threads. Aren't these pretty? I love these. So they're classic color works, and there are 6 colors, and you get a cute little thread tag. The bunny. Isn't that adorable? And the colors are Sunset, Rose Petal, Chai, deep fennel, nature trail, and hazelnut. So really pop on this. And you could always substitute it for a lighter color linen if you wanted to. So then you get this pretty needle minder. Should take it out so you can see it without glare. Isn't that cute? And a size 26 tapestry needle. They just packaged everything so cute. And I'm thinking Susan put this in a Charleston shoe. Because we're in the Charleston, South Carolina area. For some reason I'm having so much trouble coming up with a question. So I'm sure there is going to be a stitch along for this. So do you do stitch alongs? Just say I like stitch alongs or I don't like stitch alongs. And you know, you can explain more about it, but I like to join stitch alongs, but I have a hard time with follow through. I don't know what it is with me and stitch alongs. So yeah, that's a good question. Just answer if you like stitch alongs. I don't know, I can't think today. But anyway, let me show again all the cute stuff included in this kit. And thanks again so much to Susan of Fire Poppies. I'm so excited. Looks like she got a place, and I think I mentioned that last time, but can you tell? I'm excited to have a cross-stitch store near me again. So there's the pretty threads and the needle and the needle minder and the chart. So this is so generous of Susan, and I will try to do another video next weekend. And so we will have the drawing for 1 week. So next Friday I'll end the drawing and I'll either do a video Friday night or Saturday morning, and then get it out to you hopefully Monday morning. This will go out, and that's it. So hope you guys have a great Memorial weekend. It's gonna be really hot here, like close to 100, so I think it's a good weekend to stay in and stitch. So I'm planning on putting clean sheets on the bed, vacuuming, getting everything clean so I can just veg out and be lazy. So I will talk to you guys later, and good luck on the giveaway.